It's disgusting. It's filthy.
It's just an eyesore.
This is one of the worst properties in the whole neighborhood in terms of it being just a junk pile.
Think Santa Fe, and perhaps this comes to mind. Or this. Or this. But definitely not this. Hidden away in a pleasant central Santa Fe neighborhood is the City Difference most infamous address, 1004 Calle Feliz. There's the derelict cars, debris, dilapidated camping trailer, canned food, a car door, dingy mattress, truck bed, assorted junk, trash, and filth. And no, this is not some abandoned rat trap.
Hi, Mr. Valerio?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Larry Barker from Channel 13.
Oh, God.
Meet John Valerio, a self-described collector.
What I do is I recycle. You know what I mean? We're doing recycling and trying to get everything organized.
But others see Valerio as a nightmare neighbor. Chris Eustace lives across the street.
When you look out your front window and look at this property, what goes through your mind?
Blight and fire hazard. I'm worried about my property value. But more importantly, I think it's just a health threat. It's a menace.
Calle Feliz is in City Councilor Ron Trujillo's district.
Would you like to live across the street from this property, Counselor?
Me personally, no. Something has to be done.
It's a very big problem.
Zach Chandler is Santa Fe's assistant city attorney.
How would you characterize this property?
It's substandard. It's in violation of city ordinances.
In fact, for nearly a decade, John Valerio has stubbornly defied his community and the law by refusing to clean up his blighted property.
This is not that bad. You know what I mean?
Oh, but sir,
Oh, this
is terrible.
Yeah,
this is the worst.
You're right.
This
No,
is
I'm
the
not arguing
worst
with you.
house in Santa Fe.
Is that what they're saying?
Well,
I can find a lot more that are much worse.
Some of the neighbors and I, we've offered to help, try to clean up the property, haul some of the stuff off to the dump, but he doesn't want it touched.
I've just been trying to persuade him, cajole him, trying some type of leverage to get him to come into compliance.
in Santa Fe, John Valerio is an outlaw of sorts. In fact, here at City Hall, when it comes to nuisance abatement, John Valerio is public enemy number one. But if you thought the city was aggressively enforcing its ordinance, think again.
You see, as far as Santa Fe is concerned, 1004 Calle Feliz is a prosecution-free zone. And the homeowner, he's an untouchable.
That property is basically no man's land.
You've been out to the property, and as of today, that's a fair assessment.
You can't shut them down, can you?
As of right now, we cannot.
Bottom line, do you have the power to bring this property into compliance?
No.
What's so special about this address? Well, since 2012, the property has been tied up in foreclosure proceedings. So years ago, City Hall decided not to enforce the nuisance ordinance here. That is, until the ownership issue could be resolved. So rather than take aggressive action against an egregious community violator, City Hall simply stands on the sidelines watching John Valerio trash the neighborhood.
When it comes to this place, don't look for code enforcement. There isn't any. Years of blatant city violations have been documented by a stack of emails, 2 notices, and 4 photos. That's it.
I'm having a hard time understanding how the best legal minds in the city of Santa Fe cannot shut down one junk dealer who's trashing the neighborhood.
Because the foreclosure case takes precedence.
Are you aware of any court orders that prevent the city from enforcing its ordinance?
I'm not aware of any court orders that are preventing the city from enforcing those ordinances, but I believe if the city took action, Mr. Valerio's lawyer would file something against us and we would lose in court.
But you're speculating, you don't know that for a fact.
That's true.
Do you think the city is doing its job in terms of keeping this neighborhood safe?
No, sir, not at all. My message to the city is please just simply do your enforcement. Do what you're being paid to do.
But in fact, our investigation found there is no legal reason why the city cannot enforce the law here. So now, it turns out, years of Santa Fe inaction was all just a misunderstanding. Oops.
City Hall has now reversed its hands-off policy. It has slapped John Valerio with a citation, charging him with excessive litter and junk cars. Valerio will tell his story to a judge later this month.
I'm extremely disappointed that it's taken as long as it has. Clearly, responsibility lies at both our city attorney's office and our land use office for not moving it into the courts.
Fair to say the city of Santa Fe dropped the ball on this one?
I think anytime you see a property that looks like this, that has been unaddressed, of course, they drop the ball, and it's something that needs to be addressed.
What's your message to John Valerio?
Is, try to be a better neighbor, try to clean up, haul some of this stuff off to the dump. It's got no value whatsoever, none.
This is not going to continue to go on. They can't continue to avoid their responsibility to their neighborhood and to the city. In one way or another, that property is going to get cleaned up.
You going to clean up this property, John?
If I want to, yes. If I don't, I won't. But I will.
Larry Barker, KRQE News 13.